Hello, everyone. It is nice to see you all. I think I didn't stream last weekend because I wasn't feeling well, so. Oops. Well, I'm back now. Um, so yeah, we're in for a Final Fantasy stream. We're just gonna chill and mess around. I was gonna play a couple other stuff, but like, or a couple other things, but like, it seems that, today is a busy day for most people. I guess Eurovision is going on and a lot of people are watching that. So I figured it would be almost like a throwaway stream where people would be too busy doing other stuff to like really chill. So instead we're gonna mess around with some Final Fantasy. So let's get to it then. I don't have anything like specific planned. I'm just gonna like go through some random quests I have that I've been working on, and I think that should be fine. Yeah. Spoilers for anyone who's not in Endwalker already or like done that. So if you don't want to see that stuff, don't watch. You can watch it later on my YouTube channel. But let's get going. So right now I'm just doing this this quest. So let us head to our destination. My mouse literally just died. Give me like 2 seconds, guys. Okay, mouse working again. Man, it's nice to have like these rechargeable wireless mice, but like when you forget that they need charging, then you're in trouble. So, whoops, my bad. Oh yeah, Omega. I forgot about Omega. Yeah, specifically traveling with me, the coolest person. I'm not gonna make him feel bad right here. I don't know. There's something about this character that I'm not trusting him. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Temple of the Fist. So, I hope you all have been having a good day so far. I've been a little exhausted. I did jujitsu this morning, as most Saturdays. But, lately I've just been really fatigued. It can be really hard Like, I feel like people don't, like, think about how shitty it must feel to feel exhausted all the time. Because, like, most people don't experience that. But it's rough. Um, it's almost like you have this question of, is it better to be in pain than to be tired? Because at least, like, pain, you'd be able to, like, continue your day-to-day stuff, sort of. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But, like, fatigue, it's like you have trouble doing anything. Like, you just lose the ability to, like, function. Because the exhaustion in your body don't want to, like, work. It just doesn't work. It's like everything's fighting you, and you've got weights on your arms and legs, and you just are dead. So it's been hard the last couple of weeks because, like, the fatigue's been hitting hard. So, like, after jujitsu, I come home and I'm, like, really exhausted. And it's not that, like, jujitsu's super hard or anything. I mean, it can be hard, but, like, it's not, like, hard enough to make me that tired normally, I guess you could say. Normally it's, like, a short break and, like, your energy stores are back, you know? You feel better and you recover from it. You kind of bounce back. But, like, lately it's been really difficult to bounce back. It just feels like the time it takes to bounce back is longer and longer, and it's hard. It sometimes feels like if I don't take a nap, I, like, won't be able to do anything. Oh, hey, thanks for the resub. So, like, the last few weekends I've had to, like, take a nap as soon as I got home from jujitsu because I just couldn't function. Couldn't keep going with the day. Every time somebody, like, gives me attitude like this, I'm like, do you know who I am? Which is such a douche thing. Oh, I forgot about this person. I did help them a while back. I'm glad you understand, Matt. It's like, I don't know. In games, you have, like, this feeling of being, like, the most important person. And you don't have that in real life. And so, like, I know I don't have that in real life. I'll never be able to be like, do you know who I am in real life? Like, ever. Like, it's never gonna happen. But, like, in games, it's like, you should fucking know who I am. I'm the main character, bro. Which is so dumb. But, like, also, I saved the world a little bit ago. Like, everyone should know who I am. Actually, I've saved the world a couple times, I think. So, like, hello? I feel like if it's, like, the most famous celebrity, like, came over and, like, walked over to you, and you were like, excuse me, can you fucking get out of the way? And they're like, what? Who are you talking to like that? My security team will eat you alive. Like, I don't know, it just makes me laugh. But anyways, back to fatigue. Yeah, I feel like shit is my point. I took like a 2.5 hour nap. But I'm still really, really fatigued and kind of like non-functioning. I don't know, my brain's just not there, and like my body's not working either. It sucks. I think the only thing that sucks more is like people like not understanding how shitty it is. I should join you to watch Eurovision, but I gotta stream. I didn't stream last weekend at all, so I gotta stream both Saturday and Sunday today. And today in the evening, in a couple hours, I'm gonna be watching the Creator Clash. So I don't have much time to stream because I've been sleeping all day. Basically, I said I was able to learn lots of things. Yes, stream is a weird child. Yes, Hades, I understand. This man's skimming a whole book. Impossible. I guess I am a streamer weird child. I bit my tongue halfway through that word, so let's see what happened. Guided to safety by a comet. I mean, that's cool, I guess. They probably just saw some old man walking and were like, oh my god, that's a god. He looks old and... Oh, you got your online glasses? Are they like the blue light blocking ones? They cause you pain. Are they uncomfortable or are they just like ugly? I need to actually go to the eye doctor again and get my prescription checked since I've been getting so many migraines again. That's the other thing, I've been like having lots of migraines lately. It's really shit. But I had a like a CT scan or whatever. And they said my brain is mostly normal, so like, you know, that's cool. Oh, hey look, that guy's talking right now. Hello. Hello, God. Oh, the prescription's wrong? That sucks. Normally their support's not bad, like, for the online stores. Yes, a cute little Spriggan! Bitch is so adorable. I don't care about the falcon. Like, fuck off. Well, I mean, obviously. Fucking Spriggan's so cute. Oh, yeah. Laws of conduct. Nah, fuck the falcon. Look at the Spriggan. Look at these little sparkly. He's so cute. I was thinking maybe one day I'll get a Spriggan tattoo. They're just my favorite. I read a Reddit post recently where like it was just somebody complaining about sprouts, and that you go into like your first dungeon and like all the sprouts are like, look at these Spriggans! Oh my gosh, guys, look! I can go over to them. Oh, they're chasing me. Oh, I'm dying. Guys, look at the Spriggans. And the tank is trying to like run through the dungeon and like ignore a bunch of enemies, and the noobs are like, Spriggans though. And I was like, but that's me now. Yeah. Oops. They're just so cute though. Yes, I am children of man. Thank you. I like his cute little pink light. Yes! What do you mean? You don't look at the dog-haired dust bunnies on the floor and say, oh, that's adorable? Come on. No, I'm sad now. Thinking about how dirty the stairs are. Ugh. guess that's cool. Ooh, to prepare a little something. I wonder what he's gonna get. Yeah, sure. But I still don't trust this man. I don't know. There's something sus about him. Do you think any of my streams are PG-13, sir? You're funny. I don't think I've gotten through a stream without cursing. And if I have, wow. Wow, good on me. No, but like honestly, I mark all of my streams as adult content, I believe. Just because I don't want my streams to ever be seen as for children. Because a lot of the topics I talk about are a little bit adult. And not for children. I don't want to be put into that box, so I'm staying away from it. No, no, that's not fair. Speaking of hot topics, so I think it was on the Phil DeFranco show. He was talking about assisted suicide and some I guess I wouldn't call it disagreements, but like some people are upset about certain parts of it. Is that how that word how I word things? So I guess in oh shit, I don't remember where it was. Maybe Canada? Who knows? There's some place where they assisted suicide is legal based on your circumstances, which I personally support because I don't know. I can't imagine like suffering through the final days of like your body slowly killing you, you know? But that's just me. I wouldn't like force my opinion on anyone, of course. But I also like I don't know. It's definitely something that like I don't. Did I like do too many missions or something? I don't understand why this is like this. Well, whatever training it is then. But like I understand the reason why people make that decision based on their circumstances. However, I guess people have been arguing that certain circumstances aren't valid enough, almost. So the specific, like, scenario, I guess, is someone who has like a severe allergy to like dust, cigarette smoke, and like basically other air particles that cause them severe distress during these reactions, which is very unfortunate. That's an awful allergy to have. And in addition, they can't work because of the severity of their allergy. So they're on assistance, and they're in assistance housing. I don't remember what it's called, but they don't make enough money to be able to like afford good housing. And the housing that they're currently forced to live in, I guess they're like neighbors or smokers. And so it's causing them like a lot of distress because they're having allergies all the time. And they like are trying to like talk with the landlord and like work it out and stuff, but like nothing's working. And so they're just like living their life and suffering. And like they want to move forward, or I guess they did move forward with assisted suicide, or assisted end of life, life termination, whatever you want to refer to it as, because their life was basically like just them locked within their house, being unable to go outside, and even within their house suffering. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he said something out loud that we shouldn't have. This man's stupid. That face! That's a face that I make all too often. Yeah, just run away, sir. Good plan. But anyways. So, like, people are upset because they believe that it's, putting this idea on people's head of, like, almost like culling the poor, I guess. The poor and ill. Oh, look at his cute little slippers, bro. You looking fly? Because if they had money and they could afford the proper ventilation and filtering, then they wouldn't be suffering to the point where they needed to make that decision. But people are saying that it's like opening the door for non-sick people, non-ill and poor people to then start suggesting just die instead of like us helping you with your problems. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I wouldn't have ever picked up that interpretation from it. So I find it really weird. Because I honestly would have never thought like, oh, let's kill poor people because that saves us money and like, you know, this person did it, like, but like that person, I don't know, that person was suffering a lot and they made a decision after a lot of thinking on it, you know, like after suffering with a medical problem for a long time. And like, I think the part of the issue is people don't understand the severity of a medical problem like that. Like they just think it's like, oh, it's an allergy, you know, or like, oh, it's just dust. It's just cigarette smoke. But like, think about how severe a peanut allergy can be. Okay? Now imagine you have a person who is in governmental housing. Their house is directly next to a peanut factory. They have no other options for housing. That's the house they were given. The government's not working with them on it. And they can't get any additional filtration added to their airflow or their air circulation within their apartment. And so constantly they're ingesting, in a way, these particulates of nuts. And they're essentially in a constant state of allergic reaction. And like, I think the problem is that people view allergies as like a very big spectrum. There's like, you know, really simple basic allergies of like, oh, I've got a sniffly nose. And then there's like, oh, my throat's closing, I can't breathe and I'm dying. Oh, my skin is like peeling off because it's becoming so rashy and disgusting. Like there's a wide variety of how allergies happen and occur. And like, you know, it's not the same for everyone and the severity is different. Oh, you need food too? Okay, let me just bring you a 3-course meal. Oh, hey, this bro is sure to have something food. Snack time? I think if you see somebody laying on the ground being like, food, please, you could throw Snickers at them. Actually, how you got coffee just in your pocket? Oh, was he collecting a meal for this person prior to us interacting with them? I guess so. Coffee's nasty. I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's like mud water. Um. Oh, the guy next to the factory. No. But you guys get the gist. Is like allergies can have a variety of like how you react to them and the severity. And like I can't imagine being in a constant state of allergic reaction. And I think people just assume it's closer to like spring allergies when the trees bloom, you know. But in all likelihood, it's probably closer to a peanut allergy or difficulty breathing, having to use an inhaler. Um, like See ya, Hades. Thanks for chilling and stopping by. I appreciate you. Um, Also, I hope you got Mother a good holiday gift or Mother's Day gift. Um, Mine was early, but I never called her because I was sick last weekend, so I need to call her. Anyways, but so I don't know. Like I could understand the debate of like somebody not understanding the severity of an allergy. Um, okay, yeah, no problem. I definitely won't do that. Um, Somebody not understanding the severity of an allergy and like assuming that like, well, that's not something worthy of ending your life over. But like, think of like a like Bubble Boy, you know, like people don't want to live their life like that. And like, there's really severe and awful allergies out there. There's people who are allergic to water. There's people allergic to like hot temperatures, the sun, the cold. People who have medical problems that cause them to not be able to regulate body temperature, people who have problems that cause them to not be able to like process food properly. Like all of those medical conditions can really like add up and like really weigh on a person. And what one person thinks isn't such a big deal or isn't such a bad thing. I mean, all medical conditions are bad, but you kind of get what I'm saying. Um, it's it can be difficult when people don't understand how much you're suffering every day. Um, so like I I personally don't see the issue in somebody making that decision. I do wish that the government would step in and make um, better better I guess housing options or like what do you call it? Like assistance options for situations like that. Because there's definitely lots of other situations that are similar to that that like aren't taken care of. I mean, look at people with wheelchairs or people with this like disabilities walking that they like may have to live in governmental housing without the ability to like get in to the housing. You know, like no wheelchair ramp. Um, I forgot my water bottle downstairs, so I'm trying to get Dean to bring me one. But like what do you do? Like, you can complain, you can fill out 300,000 documents to try and request it, but like, at what point does it actually make it to a situation where you get a resolution? And a lot of the times, like, people don't get a resolution, and that's part of the issue. Like, okay, so now I'm stuck suffering day to day, like, a life that nobody should have to live. And, you know, I may be in pain, I may be sick all the time, I may be having trouble breathing constantly. Like, you know, I think that's a fair decision for somebody to make. Um, oh, the seven heaven. Nice. But I can also see people's issues with it. But I don't know. I feel like I wish the world was more progressive, you know? Let women have their abortions. Let people do assisted suicides if they feel that's right, you know? It's better than, like, them splattering their brains on the wall and leaving it for their parents to find. Like, I don't know. Let people do what they want, I guess. Like, as long as they're not hurting other people, then where's the harm, is my question. And as far as, like, people who are like, oh, what would their families think? Like, their families aren't the one, like, paying their bills and suffering for them. If they were, then they probably wouldn't be suffering quite as much because they'd have a little extra money. So, like, I don't think it's really fair to, like, say, well, they have to keep living for their family. They have to keep living for their friends. You can't make that decision that those items are more important than them, like, and their suffering. Final Fantasy actually did an interesting thing where, with the I guess what would I call them? What do I call them? Like the Asians, like their original people, they would, like, choose to go back to the planet once they were done with everything they wanted to do and they felt successful in a way, like they had succeeded in life. Um, and, like, in a way, like, isn't that what these people are doing? You know, like, it's just they're not choosing to do that when they're successful. They're choosing to do that when they feel like they have no other options, you know? And it's not easy to get help. Thank you, Dean. It's not easy to get help in all scenarios, so, like, you know, they have no other options. Is it shitty that they have no other options? Yeah, of course. But does that change how long it would take to change the system? No. I mean, for those people, it's a choice of, like, continuing to suffer for years, versus ending their suffering and not having to worry about it. I don't know. I'm interested in other people's opinions on it because I know it's a harsh topic, I guess you could say. But I also think it's one that needs to be talked about because it's something that in my opinion should be available to people. You know, they should obviously have to fill out the proper paperwork and make sure that it's definitely what they want and everything, and, you know, probably see, like, a psychiatrist prior to it or a therapist to ensure that it's not like a temporary, momentary, idea versus a long-term thought out. Oh wow, look at all that sugar. Long-term thought out thing. But yeah, I don't know. It's a topic that I'm curious of other people's opinions. I feel like people always have strong opinions on certain things, and this is definitely one of them that I would expect to have, like, a strong opinion on. Just like, again, abortion, you know, like, other laws against, like, same-sex marriage, things like that. Like, everyone should have a strong opinion on it. But I do think seeing things from other people's perspective is interesting. Not that I agree with it, and I don't have to agree with it, but seeing how people's minds work to come to a conclusion is very interesting. Yeah, heavens and hells. I don't know. I feel like I can't think of a time where, like, I specifically spoke with somebody who told me that I had to believe that, like, abortion was bad or something. Like, I don't think my family ever really, like, pushed that. I think it was just, like, I don't know. I don't know how, like, we brought up the topic. I don't even know how I learned about it. Like, I think, like, once I learned about it, I was like, okay, well, that seems like something the person who would be doing it would make the decision on. Like, why would I tell them what to do? But I think that's, like, the like, root of it is, like, when I was growing up, I was like, why would I tell other people what to do with their life? you know? That wasn't something that I was taught, is to like order people around or tell them that their life isn't good because they're not doing what I'm doing. And I think that's like a lot of where the difference comes in between like religious versus a non-religious upbringing. I feel like a religious upbringing definitely has much more of like, you are required to do these things and you are required to let other people know that it's the best choice. Which I think is weird in and of itself. Like, why do I have to like push somebody else into doing the same thing I'm doing? You know? Why do I have to push somebody else into believing what I believe or changing their opinion? I mean, there are plenty of opinions that like I don't I don't appreciate and I don't like. But like I can't imagine myself like pushing that person or telling that person they had to agree with my opinion. And I think that's kind of like one of the things that I find most important about like government is like the fact that, I don't know, we have rules, we have laws, and there are certain things that are laws that I feel like just don't make sense for being laws, like as far as like telling somebody how to do something or what to do with it. Like, yeah, there should be laws like, hey, you know, no murdering people, no killing people, no speeding. But like, as far as laws like, hey, your body is not allowed to do this. Like, I feel like that's weird. Oh, I guess I'm done with that side quest. I don't know. I just find that very unusual. It's a different viewpoint of pushing on other people or telling other people how to do things and why. I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. Anyways, we're gonna take a quick break. I'm just gonna grab something and I'll be right back.
Wanna go to sleep at night, yeah, like a dreams arise. Cobwebs in my head, never gonna waste. Stuck in a web of lies, paralyzed like a fly. Spiders don't sleep at night, never gonna wake up. Never gonna wake up. You were gonna say my mind is a place, but fears are raised. My mind plays tricks, it turns and it twists, it bends what I see. And I will stay away, and I will stay away. Memories go away. You will fall when you sleep, you will fall when you sleep. Close your eyes, sweet dreams. Wanna go to sleep at night, yeah, like a dreams arise. Cobwebs in my head, never gonna waste. Stuck in a web of lies, paralyzed like a fly. Spiders don't sleep at night, never gonna wake up. Never gonna wake up. You stress when you wake, it'll stay for a while, it'll stay for a while now. Your subconscious fades, it'll wait to unveil, it'll wait to unveil now. And I will stay away, and I will stay away. Memories go away. You will fall when you sleep, you will fall when you sleep. Close your eyes, sweet dreams. Wanna go to sleep at night, yeah, like a dreams arise. Cobwebs in my head, never gonna waste. Stuck in a web like a scene from your favorite movie. Laying grass and talk about our lives. So nothing's in the moonlight, like you would take the next flight. Move to the west side, the lights that keep me right by your side. You're the one with the stories, singing a song with no warning. You are blowing smoke inside my eye, and it feels like a window bursting out. Oh, the truth makes it hard to breathe. You said that I went too far. You were smoking in the car. Your cheap cigarettes confusing my mind. Blow your smoke in the sky. I wonder what your lighter, your next lover about me. Looking back can be so dangerous, and all the best moments were lies. Oh no, I thought you like what I like, living on the west side. So obvious in hindsight, just missed a sign in the night. You're the one with the stories, singing a song with no warning. You are blowing smoke inside my eye, and it feels like a window.
I'm back. I hope you guys enjoyed that break. Okay. Back to our adventure. Yes, I have a flask of water. No problem, I got you. Bring flasks of water any day. Yustola has such a fucking big following. She is like waifu of the year when it comes to Final Fantasy. And by year I mean like the whole time the game's been around. I think it's kind of crazy. There's lots of other like female characters in the game, but I feel like not very many of them have like the spotlight like she does, and she's a very specific personality type. I think it's interesting. I don't dislike her. I like her as a character. I just I'm surprised, I guess. I wonder like what it is specifically about her that's the most appealing to people. Like I said, not that I dislike her. I'm just curious of their reason for liking her as a character. She doesn't have like the most intricate background story, but like she also has some interest in it, you know, her vision and everything. So I could see like the base appeal, but like there's a lot of people who really like her. So like I wish I knew what their favorite thing about her was. Maybe it would make me a cooler person, a cooler girl. That sounds so dumb. But like I feel like, haven't you guys ever thought of that? Like what makes a popular person popular? Like what's the defining factor that makes that person likable and a favorite to people? Is it just the looks? Is it her voice? Is it the personality? You know, like is it the funny jokes she makes? Like where does it land? Like it's a it's an interesting topic. Oh, Estinian just went and murdered the constructs again. Yeah, whoops. I mean, Estinian is basically like an airhead.
The ruins alone were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty.
Yeah, me neither.
It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
Yeah, tell him to fucking stop hiding shit.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
Basically, he don't trust you. Maybe it's the outfit? Everyone loves like a goth girl vibe, you know?
What is it you're doing now?
There is something I wish to verify. The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater. Graha theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
I mean, I guess.
So, this is an experiment of sorts.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
I don't know, I'd probably just stick my hand in. Why are you gonna ask me a question I don't know the answer to? I've got the brain of a potato. I guess send a familiar. I mean, I might as well go myself as like the vibe that I'm feeling, but I feel like she'd just look at me like, are you fucking joking?
Very good. I see you've been paying attention.
Yeah, sure. Paying attention.
As Vritra sent his simulacrum, so too shall we rely on a familiar to bear the brunt of any unpleasant consequences.
Yes.
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow.
Can you believe she called me an imp?
Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same.
What do you think she's gonna make?
I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
What? That sounds suspicious, bro.
I mislike the sound of that.
Yeah,
what
whatever.
manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born.
She's doing a magical girl vibe right now.
Water, water, froth and foam!
Oh, that's what people made fun of in those memes that I saw.
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
I don't know, I think we're all confused.
Water, water, froth and foam! Time to play!
Yeah, sure. What? What's that? What's that face?
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate.
Okay.
I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual. In any case, these two should serve us well.
Sure. Okay.
This one will bear a warding scale.
You just insert that right into your face.
And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption. If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
He's still dumbfounded, bro. Like, I don't know.
Of course.
We should also be wary of void sense slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nadana safe from harm.
Yeah, yeah.
As you say.
You had best be on your guard as well.
Sure. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna do that.
And we are glad for it. Let us begin, shall we?
Sure.
Nixies, into the void.
Water, water, frostbite, fire! Into shadow realms we go!
Well, they're not gonna come back as cute as they went in. Sure. I hate to do it to you guys, but I need another break. I'll be right back.
voice said blown over. Somehow I knew that life will write itself out for you. Somehow I knew every crazy moment changed part of you. And the fate won't make in your head is a lie. A lie, a lie, a lie. A lie, a lie. If you wait forever for a sign or a symbol, freezing up your making, and the walls open tall. And the timeline, it's a damn lie. No one knows what I'm going to do. Can't foreshadow, it won't matter. Not to me and not to you. And somehow I knew that life will write itself out for you. And somehow I knew every crazy moment changed part of you. And the fate won't make in your head is a lie. A lie, a lie, a lie. A lie, a lie. Too high in night skies collide with fear now. I look around, it's all coming down. I'm fearing that I'll fill up my lungs now. Screaming out, it's time to.
I'm back again. Sorry guys, I get sick very easily, so sometimes I have to take breaks and try not to be dead. But we're back. Let's get to it. Okay. Let's see how our foamy friends did. I think one of them will come back as like a void monster. That would be so cool. I mean, I hope that's what happens.
I think we've waited long enough. Nixies, return to my side.
Oh, there they. Oh, look at how voidy that one is. Oh God. Boys had a bad time. Oh no. The other one's like, you've murdered my brother.
Thank you, little one. You did well.
Oh.
The poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We're out of time. I must reseal the void gate.
Okay. Better do it fast, bro. He's not gonna do it fast enough. Oh, hello.
Coming through!
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
Okay. I didn't get to kill anything. Sucks.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
Yep. It's probably fine. Can I kill this now?
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected.
I think it's
I
cool. You
sense
can
no
kinda see the
changes to its
talisman inside of
equilibrium.
it.
Rest now, little ones.
Graha's theory was correct then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation. It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently. We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken
Let me tell you,
world?
sir.
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness. In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void.
Darn Ascians.
You remember Una Kalhai, the unusual child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad. He explained the fate of the 13th thus. The champions of that ill-fated world used the stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Auracite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether. By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness.
Rough.
It was Elidibus, as I recall, who rescued Unakalhai's spirit from his final battlefield. But I wonder if there were others whom the emissary saved from oblivion.
I don't know. They were pretty strongly about killing people.
Silva, the adventurer who traveled with the Warriors of Light. And you say she was another of Elidibus's pawns? I see. So Ciela, or rather Silva, was beguiled by the same dreams of heroism as Unakalhai. And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition?
I mean, it was lots of darkness and shit.
I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
I mean, I went there and came back and
Worry
I'm
not,
fine.
great Reacher. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way. But first, I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos. Or I could if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives?
Oh, it's doing that stretched
Your
perspective thing.
Excellency?
You'd be thinking.
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
We will see you back in the city then.
He looks sad. Thinking hard. You ever think voice actors just forget which voice they use for characters? I feel like that would be a major problem I'd have. I would just forget which characters use which voices. Stinian wants to talk to the dragon and be like, why are you being such a weird little bitch? Why you being so sus? Yeah, see? Sure. Ironworks. Yeah. Oh, I'm already here. Huh. While we're here, we should mend to some of my stuff. There's a mender somewhere, right? Yeah. I always forget. And then, like, all of a sudden I'll get the notification where it's like, it's below 10%. And I'm like, what do I do? Panic. Yeah, see, look at how low these are. Oops. I just make sure there's nothing in my chests. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's talk to Sid. Master Sid. I feel like Sid's up for an outfit change, you know, something new and stylish old man vibes, you know? know they gotta show off chest for him, so like, you know, maybe something with like a cute crop top with like a. No, no, I'm just kidding. I really like the designs of the outfits for all of them. Also, look at how cute my character is. I'm gonna keep pointing it out. I'm adorable. Huh. Interesting. It's like a little armor case. Constant barrage of demands. What do you fucking mean, sir? Rude. I haven't demanded too much recently from you. Yeah, teleporting everywhere. Don't you wish you could teleport? It would make life so much easier. Oops, didn't mean to talk to you. Thanks anyways, though.
Ah, hey, Stola. The adjustments are going well, I hope.
Yeah, sure, we're doing things.
'Tis a lengthy process, but the end is in sight, yes.
That's wonderful news. I myself had some good fortune searching through the Satrap's private records. What I found was a transaction log dated around the same period as when Alzadal's legacy was built. It included a purchase list of highly exclusive alchemical components. And I knew I'd discovered the key to making the artificial atomos. I then visited the High Crucible to commission the materials. After I'd explained my requirements, I was beset by volunteers insisting I allow them to help with the entire project.
The usual reaction to someone forcing open a void gate is to run for the hills. Harnish academics certainly are a different breed.
The alchemists of old were cut from a similar cloth. The unknown held no fear for them. Indeed, they were ever eager to seek new knowledge, regardless of the danger.
And were you not also fearless, heedless even, in your determination?
My sire entered his
open.
dormancy before I was hatched. And so it was Ashdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm. It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side. She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence. No matter how deep the darkness, I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together. But I am satrap now.
The Radiant Host is here to serve, Your Excellency.
Nabdeen? What?
Sir Estinian told us of your predicament.
Oh, Stinian, you troublemaker.
For centuries you have protected Rads at Han, never showing your true self, hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people. Your
His face is
dedication
so
meant
angry
more
looking,
to
it
us
makes
than
me
your
stressed.
deceit, and so did we accept you as our rightful ruler. After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire? We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people. We, the Radiant Host, will keep Thavnair safe
Yeah,
in your
hell yeah.
absence.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement.
Nah, shut up.
And yet,
Now you listen to me, Varshan.
Fucking giant next to this small child.
You are wearing that face, after all. As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all. And if you are family, then so too is your sister.
Oh, sweet.
We are there for you if you need us. But do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you need do is prepare to step through to the other side.
Yeah, they're all supporting you. That's sweet.
Your Excellency, I wanted to thank you for building the orphanage. It means so much that my sister and I will have a place to be together, safe and happy. And I hope that you and your sister can be together again too.
Man, Estinian's over here making like adult, nice decisions. So different from the asshole he was when we first met him.
you're saying I should seize this chance.
I mean, yeah.
Take heart and protect them well. Such were the words I once said to you. And here I stand, failing to live up to them. If my heart is torn, I am fit to protect neither Ajdaya nor Radzathan.
Yeah, so let's do this, little guy.
My people, I have come to a
I love the
decision.
little feetsies on the armor, by
Vashan
the
will
way.
depart Thavnair for a time. My dragon self will remain in the palace, but only to conduct the satrap's most essential duties. While I am focused on controlling this vessel, there may be matters that escape my attention. I rely on you, my trusted friends, to watch over one another until I return.
Take care and fair fortune, little brother. Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
I would not dare make you cry.
Yeah, bitch, better not. Little asshole. Okay, kiddos, that's where we're gonna end it today. Because the creator clash is coming up, and I'm going to watch it. And you guys should too if you haven't already looked into it. It's for charity and everything, so it's definitely wonderful. But yeah, that's all now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you guys. Bye.
Oh no, I'm calling out. Ready, steady, never ordered. Ready, steady, I'm trusting you.